Steam's latest mega hit, Schedule 1, is making waves, but not for the reasons you think. Schedule 1 has come under fire for allegedly copying Drug Dealer Simulator, a well-established indie hit that made waves with its own unique take on the genre. What started as a breakthrough success in the indie scene has now sparked a controversy that could change the way we see drug dealing simulators forever. Is this new game a legitimate hit, or is it simply a copycat of a popular title? Let's dive into the mystery behind the investigation and the accusations of plagiarism that have gamers and developers at odds. Released on 24th March 2025, Schedule 1 quickly gained a massive following on Steam. Developed by Tyler's video game studio, this game puts the player in the shoes of a drug lord, building their empire from the ground up. With its open world environment and engaging mechanics, it quickly garnered an overwhelmingly positive rating from players. As you might expect from a fast-growing indie hit, it has all the right ingredients: engaging gameplay, an immersive world, and of course a controversial theme. But as with any success story in the gaming world, things aren't always as they seem. Here's where things get interesting. Schedule 1 has come under fire for allegedly copying Drug Dealer Simulator, a well-established indie hit that made waves with its own unique take on the genre. From the very first impressions, players have drawn uncanny comparisons between the two. Apparently the gameplay mechanics, the style of progression, and the overall take on the genre. It didn't take long for the comparisons to turn into accusations. Some fans began to wonder, was Schedule 1 simply building on the success of Drug Dealer Simulator, or was it too similar? Before we jump deeper into the controversy, let's set the stage. Drug Dealer Simulator, released by Byte Runners in 2020, took the gaming world by surprise. In this game, players climb the ranks of the criminal underworld, managing their drug empire and making strategic moves in a realistic open-world environment. The game was praised for its depth, its unique take on the crime simulation, and of course its gritty immersive atmosphere. Over time, it developed a loyal fanbase, and it even inspired spin-off content and modding communities. But what made it stand out was its originality, something that Schedule 1 is now accused of borrowing too much from. But right now, Drug Dealer Simulator is experiencing the backlash of these alleged allegations, as you can see here. Fans of Schedule 1 are being vocal about how they feel about the accusations made, and while these reviews are off topic and do not relate to the game at all, I can understand them. So, what exactly are the similarities? Let's break it down. Both games focus on building a drug empire, which sounds pretty standard for this genre, but there's more. Schedule 1 and Drug Dealer Simulator share similar mechanics like managing drug production, buying and selling product, and dealing with law enforcement. In Schedule 1, you run your operations across the city, just like in Drug Dealer Simulator, with an emphasis on making money and avoiding the cops. A few fans even questioned the art directions, but for me, I just don't see it. Now let's talk about the community, the heart and soul of every gaming controversy. The reaction to Schedule 1 has been nothing short of wild. On Steam forums, social media and Reddit, players have been chiming in with their thoughts. Some fans have passionately defended Schedule 1, claiming that the similarities are just the result of shared genre conventions and nothing else. Others, however, aren't so forgiving. They point to the gameplay similarities, the UI designs, and even the marketing, saying that the developers of Schedule I are trying to ride the coattails of Drug Dealer Simulator's success. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more wild stories from the gaming world. I cover everything from game dev madness to map mayhem and beyond. Now back to the tea. The plot thickens and the accusations mount. Schedule 1 finds itself under investigation. While the details are still unclear, it's reported that the game's developers are being looked into for potential intellectual property violations. If the investigation confirms that Schedule 1 copied elements from Drug Dealer Simulator, the implications could be huge. Developers could face legal action, the game might be pulled from stores, and of course, there could be a massive blow to the reputation of Tyler's video game studio. This situation raises questions about the fine line between inspiration and imitation. In the gaming world, the line is often blurry. Developers take inspiration from one another all the time. But when it comes to copying, if that is even the case here, then it becomes complicated. Intellectual property law could provide an answer, but for now we're left waiting to see what the authorities say. So far, the developers behind Schedule 1 haven't issued an official statement responding to the accusations. They've been quiet on social media, and there's been no public response to the allegations made against them. In some ways, this could be a calculated move to avoid further drama, especially if they're working on changes to address these allegations. Or maybe they're waiting to see what the investigation will produce. This entire situation raises important questions not just for Schedule 1, but for the indie game scene as a whole. With the growing popularity of indie games, many developers are finding themselves caught in the battle for originality. Game development is a difficult process, and sometimes inspiration from others can feel like the best route to success. But how much is too much? And how do we ensure that we're not unintentionally copying someone else's hard work? As indie games become more competitive, issues like this could become more common. Developers must be careful about protecting their intellectual property, and players are becoming increasingly savvy at spotting similarities. Could this investigation set a precedent for future cases of alleged plagiarism in indie gaming? So, what do you think? Did Schedule 1 copy any elements from Drug Dealer Simulator, and is this investigation just? Or could this be just a case of a frivolous lawsuit? Should indie developers be more cautious about how closely they borrow ideas from one another? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more updates on this story. Congratulations to the winners of this giveaway, listed here. Send me an email to claim your Steam key. If you also want to participate in the next giveaway, which will be in the next video I release, simply subscribe to my channel. I will be picking 5 random subscribers with each video releasing. Have a wonderful day!